Today's video is based on a review copy what Sony done give me. When a video game developer has a very clear vision for what they want to accomplish, and they are able to produce their art free of constraint, to the letter, exactly how they imagined it, that's laudable. That's something to celebrate. I am very glad, genuinely, sincerely, very glad Kojima Productions got to make the game they wanted to make in Death Stranding. I am also glad that I've decided to stop playing it. No ill will born toward Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions. I absolutely loved the Metal Gear Solid series, but I don't love this. It's annoying. And when it's not annoying, it's boring. And I'm sure that there is an audience that loves this, that likes the idea of a game where the general purpose of it, the general aim, is to walk without falling over, like Guap, but more of a hassle. And obviously, Red Dead Redemption 2 has people who think it's the best game of all time. So, video games that waste your time with extraneous details and little systems that don't really add to the fun of it, but are just there for either realism or simply for intricacy's sake, just to show off. Basically, a video game that doesn't respect your time because it's so in love with itself. People enjoy those, and I'm sure many people have and are and will enjoy Death Stranding. But I spent hours with it. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I didn't have fun with it. I didn't have a shred of fun with it. You play as Norman Reedus. He's got another name, but the marketing was surrounding Norman Reedus so much that I don't actually see the protagonist. I just see Norman Reedus and some other characters. Characters with names like Die Hardman and Fragile, because Kojima. But anyway, you are Norman Reedus. You're in a really depressing, miserable world that I don't like being in because it looks so uncomfortable and sad and dead, just completely dead. And your job as Norman Reedus' character is to bring America back together. All of the cities that are still clinging on across the country after the Death Stranding happened, where basically spooky ghosts happened and the rain started making things get old really quickly. It's weird, but you know, it's Kojima. But you've got to try and unify the country as a delivery person. You go from place to place delivering stuff, and that's most of the game. It's basically fetch quests. It's fetch quests and backtracking. You go to a place, pick up a thing, go to another place, deliver a thing, pick up another thing, go to another place, or go back to where you already were. Back and forth, eventually inching your way across America to complete an overarching goal. Along the way, you can build structures that make things easier. You can build roads so that you can use a bike more efficiently. Thankfully, there are vehicles that can speed things up, although they're not always the most effective thing to use, especially when you go off the roads and it's nothing but rocks and hills and jutting cliffs, so there's a lot of climbing. You can get ladders, you can put those down to cross rivers or climb up mountains, and ropes to shimmy down things safer. Lots of stuff you can build, lots of materials, lots of crafting, and lots of systems. You see, the basic game is kind of repetitive and dull, but it's made annoying on top of that because Death Stranding is Hideo Kojima at peak indulgence. So you've got the cargo system, you've got the balancing, you've got constant over-encumbrance, which I've never liked in any game, let alone here. You've got a stamina meter, you've got that little baby the little baby in a jar that Norman Reedus carries around. That helps you detect ghosts for when you're hiding from ghosts, because there is stealth, and the ghosts are invisible, but the baby can see them. But the baby has its own meter. It gets too stressed sometimes. You've got to stop every now and then and rock it about the place a bit. Your boots degrade! There's boot degradation. When you walk around, your boots wear out, so you got to constantly make and swap out boots. You can bring your stamina back by drinking Monster Energy. Yes, it's literally Monster Energy. I suppose the brand deal helps pay for all of Kojima's celebrity friends to be in the game. If you fall over, if you get hit, the cargo that you're carrying can fall off, and you got to pick that up, and then you've got to rebalance it on yourself. There's lots of inventory management. The time fall, that's the rain that makes things age. that'll splash all over the containers when it happens, and there's a degradation system for that. So you've got to spray repair spray on the containers for your cargo if you don't want your cargo to get fucked up. And so little of it actually makes the game more fun, more enjoyable, better to play. It just gets in the way. I said this about Red Dead Redemption 2 and all of the stuff that was in that, like all the extra bits. Like, how does it make Red Dead Redemption 2 better that if you're riding a horse and you go near a tree, the horse will smash into the tree and take damage and send you flying, and you'll take damage? When in The Witcher 3, when you're riding a horse and you go through a wooded area, the horse will just go past the trees. And that's it. Which is the better game in that regard? It is The Witcher 3. I don't need an answer because the answer is obvious, it's The Witcher 3. Similarly, how does it make Red Dead Redemption 2 a better game that there is a luxurious animation every time you try and loot a body? You just want to loot a body and get the stuff that's on it, but they have to animate you going through all of the bloody pockets. Whereas again, in The Witcher 3, you press the loot button, then you see the loot, then you click on the loot, and then it's in your inventory. It's just there. You just press buttons and you get it. You don't have to sit and watch while Geralt rifles through things or skins monsters to get stuff. It's less realistic, but it's more fucking efficient, and it makes the game better because then I can get to the actual fun. If I wanted to experience the realism of looting a corpse, I'd become a fucking grave robber. Death Stranding, unfortunately, is in that Rockstar camp, that overindulgence of being extra finicky, extra fiddly, lots of little menus here, lots of little systems here, juggling cargo, replacing your boots because they get worn out. It's not necessary. It doesn't make the game better. It just stretches out what is already a long game. When you're spending hours playing the game, and the first few hours of the game really is just walking from place to place, back and forth, ferrying shit, you don't need the extra stuff on top, making it even more of a pain in the goddamn arse. And it's not like there isn't potential in this game. At times, I almost enjoyed it. Almost, I came close. And it's usually when there's just nothing to worry about. Like, if you stripped away all of the overindulgent systems, all of the inventory management and the juggling and the bollocks, those are moments in the game where you are just walking across a very pretty field while low raw plays. Like, I think the entire Low Raw discography is in this game, but there's a whole bunch of ambient folk rock music and all that kind of stuff. And it's actually a really good soundtrack. And there are these nice moments where you're just walking from one place to another, and the music plays, and it builds a nice little atmosphere. It's somewhat pretentious, it's a little up its own arse at times, but it's nice. But that's surrounded by a whole bunch of other walking where there isn't the nice music, and there isn't an ambient feeling to it. There is only constantly pressing buttons to keep Norman Reedus from falling over, and fiddling about in finicky menus to manage your items, and just lots of walking without the nice music, and backtracking and fetch quests. As I said, like, most of the game is fetch quests, and when that monotony does get broken up with other things, it's not much better. I mentioned there's stealth. There are those ghosts called BTs that are invisible. Your baby in a jar can sense them, and a little sensor comes up, this little scanner, and it points in the direction of where the nearest BT is and clicks with increased frequency as it gets near. Those are quite interesting the first few times you do it, but then you get over it really quickly. They just get in the way, because you're already bored trying to get from point A to point B. Then it's like, oh, I've got to go even slower now because I've got to crouch and move slowly so the ghosts don't see me, and I've got to hold my breath when I get too near one so they can't hear me. And then there are the human antagonists, enemies like the mules, which are delivery people that went a bit mad out there and got obsessed with delivering stuff, so want to steal your cargo and deliver it themselves. And while the combat isn't that bad, like, once you get some weaponry, once you're throwing grenades made out of your own blood and piss and shit, no, seriously, that's what you do. And you've got a bowler gun and other weaponry. The bowler's very satisfying to use. You fire it and it'll tie enemies up and leave them on the ground. And that's pretty cool, but again, they're a hassle more than anything else. Usually, I'm not in the fucking mood for a scrap. And especially if I've got a whole bunch of cargo that I'm trying to, like, keep balanced, and my stamina might be low because I haven't stopped playing the game to rest in my private room, which you got to keep doing, at least if you want to keep your max stamina up. If I'm out there delivering and I just want to get the job fucking done, and then I get pinged by some mule scanner that I didn't see, and then half a dozen of the bastards are on my ass, I'm just not in the mood for it. That's the great irony of Death Stranding, is you spent hours waiting for some action to happen. And when it finally does happen, it's just never the right time for it. It just gets in the way in a game that already does as much as it possibly can to get in your way. I do like the social features. I do like that when you build structures out in the world, they can appear in other people's worlds and you can send little likes on them, and the likes will contribute to that player's success. So it's really nice to go to an area and there are ladders and ropes that people have already laid out. And when you lay down ladders and ropes, you get a little satisfaction in thinking that if someone passes through there, they can make use of the amenities you've put down. That's the one good thing I really like about the game. That and the soundtrack. But other than that, Death Stranding is the worst excesses of self-indulgent game design. The kind of stuff that Rockstar overloads their games with. The kind of extraneous features that have been in Metal Gear Solid games but weren't pervasive, didn't overshadow the gameplay. Here, they are the gameplay. This is kitchen sink game design at its worst, where every little idea, every little fancy Hideo Kojima had was piled into the game, regardless of whether it helped the gameplay experience or not. And almost none of it helps in Death Stranding. It is boring, and when it's not boring, it's fucking irritating. So, can't really recommend it. 7 out of 10.